and welcome to another edition of Namibia at Work, where we share information on the latter developments within the Ministry of Labour, Industrial Relations and Employment Creation. I am Jeremiah Namalenga, and I will be leading the discussions for today. In 2007, the Cabinet of the Republic of Namibia directed the then Ministry of Labour and Social Welfare to create a productivity promotion unit within its establishment following the productivity declaration that was signed by the SADC heads of states and government in Maputo, Mozambique in 1999. This unit was then created in 2010. Among other functions, the unit was tasked with the responsibility to stimulate and raise productivity consciousness for the attainment of higher levels of productivity in all sectors of the Namibian economy. In 2021, the Ministry launched the annual Productivity Week under the theme, "A Healthy Nation is a Productive Nation." For this year, the week-long celebration will be observed from the 23rd until the 27th of October in Walvis Bay at the Erongo Expo. Joining us today is Ms. Anthea Ritz, the Development Planner under the Ministry's Productivity Union. Ms. Ritz, it's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, to dive right into our questions, what is the significance, objective, and desired outcomes of the annual Productivity Week?
Thank you very much, Mr. Namalenga, for the question. First of all, allow me to define the concept of productivity. Productivity is a concept that is defined differently by different Namibians in all walks of life. Technically, we define productivity as inputs over outputs. This will give you the desired outcome at the end of the day. But socially, we do define productivity as the conviction of doing better today than yesterday and even better tomorrow. When we talk about the significance of this week, just earlier, as you mentioned in your introduction, Productivity Week came into being in 2021. This was when we rolled out our first ever Productivity Week, basically to create awareness about what is productivity, what are the importance of productivity, what are the benefits of productivity, and who needs to be productive within our country. Going forward, we just felt that it's so important for us to do an awareness about this concept each and every year. This year, we are celebrating this special week under the theme, "A productive nation is a wealthy nation." We believe that our wealth within our country resides on the productivity, the way of thinking of each and every Namibian. This year's theme, as I said, is "A productive nation is a wealthy nation." Our objective of creating productivity is to make sure that each and every one of us has a part to play, as productivity is a very important aspect in our walks of life, being it personal or our workplaces. So that's why we are celebrating it each year.
Okay. Now, Ms. Ritz, could you maybe just enlighten us in terms of why productivity is important at the workplace?
Let me first of all start off by saying we should not restrict productivity to the workplace only. Productivity should become a culture. It should be a way of life. We should understand that once you have created a mindset of being productive, it starts already at a personal level. So productivity should not be confined to the walls of the workplace, but also in our everyday life. Being productive means it's the way you think, it's the way you exercise things, it's the way you use resources, it's the way you eliminate anything that is a wastage within the process. So productivity is a collective process, and we should see it holistically.
Greatly said. Ms. Ritz, maybe tell us what is the role of employers to increase productivity at the workplace?
As we all know that the Ministry of Labour do advocate for a tripartite relationship and a harmonious working relation. That's saying that it means that each and every one of us has a part to play. As much as the employer wants productivity at the end of the day, I, as the employer, needs to be happy at the workplace. What is the employer supposed to do? Employers needs to take care of their workers in terms of upskilling and upgrading them. This will help with productivity at the end of the day. They should make sure that they create a conducive environment in which people will be able to flourish and be productive.
Okay.
Secondly, employers need to make sure that their workers do understand the products or the services that they are rendering to the public at the end of the day, for them to know that they are adding value to the process. So this is a relationship. It's an agreement. At the end of the day, we talk about productivity gains. Productivity gains can only be enjoyed once both the employer and the employee are happy at the workplace.
Okay. Wow, nicely said, nicely said. Now, like you've mentioned earlier, Ms. Reitz, the theme for this year is a productive nation is a wealthy nation. Could you kindly enlighten us on the motivation and the meaning of this theme?
Like I earlier said, productivity is everybody's business. We should start seeing it like, what does it have in for me, but what is it that I should give to get the maximum out? So first of all, when we refer to ourselves as a wealthy nation is a productive nation, I believe that Namibia has so much wealth, whether it's natural resources, whether it's intelligence, whether it's our way of thinking, our innovation, new products that we want to come up with. We are so wealthy in all aspects. What is it that we should do to make sure that we get the most out of this? Let's use these resources sparingly. Let's use these resources effectively. Let's use these resources efficiently. And let's make sure that we are time conscious. Time management is involved here. Let's be respectful of our work at all times. And let's know that whatever we put in should yield out a better result at the end of the day. That's why we are taking this week's celebration to Erongo region. We believe that all industries are there. We've got our mining there. We've got our fishing there. We've got so many sectors that is happening in the coastal town of Walvis Bay or the coast at large. That's why we are repeatedly saying that a wealthy nation is indeed a productive nation.
Okay, Ms. Reitz, here with the knowledge. This year, the Productivity Unit team took a different approach by having this annual Productivity Week awareness campaign to Walvis Bay at the Erongo Expo. What are the lined up activities for this year's Productivity Week? If you could maybe share with us, Ms. Reitz.
I'm so excited to share with you the activities lined up for this week. On Monday, the 23rd, our Honorable Minister will be launching the Productivity Week under the theme, A Wealthy Nation is a Productive Nation. This year, we are going to the coastal town of Walvis Bay, where we'll be partaking in the Erongo Tourism and Industrial Expo. This year, we have lined up a questionnaire where we just want to gauge the public's understanding and the perception of the public on productivity matters. We will be at our stand at the Expo, Ministry of Labour stand. You will find and greet these productivity experts there, where you will be enlightened, and we'll have open discussions about what is productivity, what are the benefits, and what is the reason why we all have to be productive. So please come out in numbers, come see what we are doing there, and come learn more about this beautiful concept of productivity.
Okay, viewers, you heard it. Let's come out in numbers. Staying motivated all the time isn't easy, as there are many factors that could make your motivation vanish at one moment. Care to share some useful advice on how a person could be productive when not feeling motivated?
Jerry, just like you were saying, being motivated all the time is quite difficult. No human being is just motivated like that. But what should we do? Let's try to be focused. Let's change our mindsets. Let's spend our time and our energy into things that yields results at the end of the day. Let's use our resources sparingly, and let's be effective, and at the same time be mindful about time, but without compromising quality. That is what productivity is all about. So take it easy. It's nothing about hard work. It's nothing about being a genius. Small steps each and every day. It still gives you results at the end of the day.
Time without compromising quality. Ms. Reitz, could you maybe give us any final remarks while we wrap this episode up?
Yeah, I would love to do that. You see, productivity is a journey. It's a marathon without a finishing line. Never think that your best today is the best. Let's try to strive for better each day. And as I'm saying, productivity is a lifestyle. Let's live it. It's a lifestyle. Every day we add value to what already exists. So with those few words, Namibians, especially our coastal town residents, I invite each and every one of you, come out in numbers, all the school kids, all the influential people, whether you're working at ministries or wherever, come out in numbers, come and learn about this new concept of productivity. We are delighted to have you there and engage with you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Ritz. Well, that's all we have for you today on this episode of Namibia at Work. Don't forget to follow our social media platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, which is now known as X. Also, please push the subscribe button on our YouTube so that you can stay updated and notified with the latest episodes of Namibia at Work. Until next time, it's adios. Goodbye.